Can I give you guys a tour real quick?
Yeah.
And let me.
I'll go get Clicker.
Okay, we just have.
Hi.
No, you're busy.
I'm Alex.
Alex.
Nice to meet you, Alex.
Nice to meet
Eric.
Mike.
I used to Effie worked with me when I was started the Underground Garage.
Hold
with
on.
Steve
You don't mind if I record, do you?
Sure, go ahead.
Say no if you want, or
Yeah.
whatever. Okay. So just so we could document the story and everything, and be able to retell it, you know, share it with other fans.
What happened is when Steven Van Zandt decided to start the Underground Garage, he was looking for people to help him. It's a company called Renegade Nation, and so it was all these renegades from the music business, and one of those renegades was Epi. And he brought Epi in to help him discover new bands, which became the Underground Garage radio show. What happens is this is going to be the new My Father's Place.
And when is that scheduled to open?
It opens June 29th.
Coming up. Okay.
Which is going to be the new My Father's Place?
This place here.
around
The whole
hotel?
place, the whole bottom.
So they've been working it. When did the original close?
1987.
87. Okay.
So it's 30 years. This is Dan Callahan. Dan is actually the general operating manager of the
Hi,
new My
Dan.
Father's Place. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Chief Operating Officer. He used to work at Westbury Music Fair.
Okay.
Ages and ages, decades and decades.
Let's go there all the time, see Brian Setzer.
So Epi has put himself a great team to launch this new venture, and part of that team is the hotel itself, which is a partner. So everybody is fairly experienced, and we've already booked 40 shows.
Oh wow. So it's a hotel and a venue all
Yes.
one package. That's
Right. So let's.
I know a lot of people that would like that.
Well, the idea is you know you come see a show, you party, and then you go upstairs and you go
Yeah.
to sleep. You know, right? So that's the concept. It's an all-inclusive.
No Uber required.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
All-inclusive kind of thing. So let's show you what it's going to be like.
Yeah.
All right, see you guys later.
All right. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
So there's going to be construction, so watch your step.
This would be what?
The restaurant part of the
Oh, okay. Okay.
So what's happening is over there will be a grand piano, and there'll be lounges. This is you can hang out. This will be a bar. There'll be tables for dining, and over there there'll be lounges too. So this is going to be a place where you can come, especially when we don't have a show, because we're doing shows maybe 3 nights a week.
Okay.
You can just come here, relax, see some great music, kind of singer-songwriter kind of thing. Watch your step.
Thank you. Oh wow.
This is the new lobby
Okay.
of My Father's Place.
So now, are we underground or is
We
it
are
on a-
underground.
Okay.
The way you come into the club now is through the
Oh, okay. Straight from your car.
garage. This is the new entrance, and you come in through here, and you can either make a left and go to the
Lobby.
restaurant, or you can make a right, and in which case, you're coming into the venue itself.
Oh wow.
And this is the new My Father's Place.
Oh neat.
Very impressive.
Yeah, so the
Oh, this
stage
is gonna
be
look
over there.
nice.
It's all seated. All the seats face the stage. Every seat has a great view. I mean, there's no economy class in this venue.
Well, if you stay below a certain size, yeah, they're all pretty good, and you don't have any block
Yeah,
posts or anything.
right.
So the stage is going to be where?
The stage is going to be over there.
Okay.
And so what happens is that our sound system is going to be unique. We spent months coming up with one of the most...
Stages behind those doors. In the
No,
other
that is where the doors are going to
Oh,
be.
that's mirrors. Right there.
Oh,
I thought there was another room.
whole nother room back there.
Just real quick, this is Sumir.
Hi.
Sumir
Oh, hi.
is the owner of the hotel.
How are you? Nice to see you.
Good. We're just doing a little tour. Thank
The
you.
gentlemen are doing a documentary on Billy Joel.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the original My Father's Place.
I would have dressed nicer next time.
Don't forget your tux. I know a place you can rent one.
So anyway, so we're going to have a sound system that is amazing. It's really like audiophile standard. We spent months. All the major manufacturers have been here trying to, you know, like be the front of house for My Father's Place. And
Well, I suppose with a brand name like that, then people are going to be.
absolutely. I mean,
Yeah,
we're talking the top guns, Claire Brothers,
'Cause
Fire.
do you know how long ago the original My Father's Place was started?
It started in 1971.
Okay.
and it closed in 1987.
Okay.
And in that period, it showcased probably the most diverse group of artists
Yeah, it
any
did.
club in history. There are other clubs like CBGB's, which is known for the punk revolution. There are clubs like the Cavern in Liverpool, which is known for the Beatles, you know, or Whiskey Go Go in LA, which is known for like the Doors. But my father's place is known for a variety of acts. I mean, you name it. It's just everything from reggae to Breaking Billy Joel. So I mean, it's a real. That's the real heart of being in my father's place. Come this way. It's not just about the people who come, the guests. It's also about the artists. So we've made sure we have an absolutely
Keep them happy, yeah.
green room. So this is going to be.
Oh, cool.
This is where the artist can use the bathroom. It's a little primitive, but we'll replace.
We'll put in some toilet paper, right?
No, we'll replace the sand regularly. You know, but this is the green room. There'll be a
nice.
gym right there for the artist.
Oh, wow.
And you know, a little office space. So you know, the goal really is to make it extremely comfortable.
Using sound.
Well, make it so they want to come.
Yes.
Make it so they want to come back, yeah.
In fact, actually, we're going to be able to interview people here. We're going to have a little backdrop.
Oh,
It'll be
perfect.
Quiet. We can interview people here. We can use this as everything's wired, so you can actually set up a recording studio here if you wanted to record and be isolated. The bathrooms have showers, so you can take a shower. And what'll happen is when you're, as an artist, you'll come this way through the gym where you can work out. Watch your step.
Thank you. Sneak out the back.
And you come straight into the stage.
Oh, cool.
Our production manager Peter Hedeman is busy hand soldering.
I'm like, oh, what's he smoking?
All the leads. Everything is done the old-fashioned way. We're
I mean, it's not made in China.
That's awesome.
yeah. Peter Hedeman is not Chinese. So anyway, so you know, we're wiring it. You know, everything's wired for incredible flexibility. We can even hang microphones to record live from the ceiling.
And I'm sure you guys will have a big light display to be able to.
We have our lighting grid is in hidden. So, you know, the idea is to maintain the architectural integrity of the place. It's going to be painted dark and made cool, kind of like a speakeasy Gatsby type style painting. The carpeting is going to be a very cool black and white pattern. So I mean, the concept is to make it look very cool.
Keep it classy, yeah.
Keep it classy and cool. I mean, so it's everything about it. And the other concept is that, like the old My Father's Place, it's all about original music, no cover bands, and finding new talent and breaking them.
What was the, back in the day, the old My Father's Place, what was the cover charge then?
It could have been anything from $2 to $10.
So here's the grand question. It's a beautiful looking place. What's the cover charge going to be?
You know, our average ticket price right now is about $40, $45.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's not bad. We're not into exploiting people. That's not what it's about. Most other venues, they
See,
herd you in,
That's going to be so
rip you
different.
out, and rip you off, and then kick you out the door. Not here. No way. I mean, this is about having a good time. What we're going to do is we're going to have very premium food in addition to other food. You want a bud, it'll be $5, $6. But you want, like, you know, imported German beer on tap? Okay. It'll be more expensive, but you get what you pay for. You know what I mean? So it's no, that's the concept. You know, we're all in the music business. We've all been in the music business. You know,
It's kind of returning to the roots.
exactly.
How it
One
used
of the
to be.
things is that a lot of people who do this kind of stuff are not really in the music business.
They just want the money.
You know what I mean? So we really want it to be, you know, like personal touch. You know, treat you right, and when you leave, you're going to go, wow, this is how a live experience should be.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's the concept.
So, I'm sorry, when was opening? July?
June 29th was
June
Buster
29th.
Poindexter.
Oh, God.
Yes. And he's
It's going
perfect.
to be a hot night.
Exactly. He's perfect. We're very, very happy that he wanted to do this. You know, he's an old friend of Epi's. All of Epi's friends are really supportive and want to help in one way or another. And later, when we can, we're going to have private shows with some of the more well-known of them. close
Oh,
friends
neat.
later. Right now, we're basically, I mean, I'm very happy. We got McCoy Tyner. I'm so, you know, this guy is a legendary pianist. I'm so happy he's coming. You know, Livingston Taylor's already sold out. I mean, you know, Spyro Gyra. I mean, we've really got, you know, like real, just incredible musicians that are coming to play here. And if you're really into music, this is the great place to, you know, get a nice close view, you know, and
a good experience because the sound will be good and the view will be good.
exactly. So, you know, we're very, very happy. And we're going to, hopefully, you know, people will go, wow, this is the way to see music. You know, this is the concept. You know. Anyway,
It's our house,
let's do it.
thank you so much. Wow.
So you got a lot of work ahead of you. I see we're early May right now. Actually,
Right.
today's Billy Joel's birthday. And but another.
And you can come down anytime he wants to play,
Yeah,
right?
Have you reached out to Billy himself?
No. I mean, at some, what we want to do is we want to, you know, build this up and let people know that it's for real and that it's a really cool place. And then hopefully they'll come.
Word of mouth will start happening, and before you know it, they'll be waiting months to get in.
We don't want people to think that we need a favor. We don't need any favors. You know. Thank you. We got.
Did you tell him when I go like this, put the song on?
That's the
we
key.
got a lot of work to do to get done in time. You know what I mean? So we got the kitchen we're redoing. I mean, so there's a lot happening.
So this place was is still a hotel.
Right.
So the hotel's still operational upstairs, I assume, right now?
Yes, it's still operational.
And just turn the ballroom into the venue.
They weren't using it.
This was a ballroom
It was a-
before.
it was a ballroom.
for weddings and stuff. I
Right,
assume.
but they weren't using it. It had been, you know, I mean, Roslyn is a very competitive town. There's other places you can go. It really, people just didn't, you know, want it. The hotel deteriorated, and what happened is the new owners, they just bought it.
Okay.
The new owners were looking at making it a boutique place, and they reached out to us through a friend, and they said, "Would you be interested in doing something?"
Yeah, something different.
Oh, so
Like
they
you
got-
have wedding plays everywhere, but
They
it's
wanted
different.
music back in Roslyn too.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and so we had, you know, obviously the people, the very broker who was selling them the hotel was a friend of Epi's and friend
Oh, nice.
of ours. So he was like, the thing you should do is put my father's place. And we were interested in, Epi had always said that my father's place had to reopen in Roslyn. He could have reopened it anywhere else.
Out of the same town.
It had to be
It
Roslyn.
loses its flavor. And
But the problem was there was no parking. In
Yeah.
this town, there's
It's
no
all hills,
parking,
right.
and the city is very strict about it. But this, in fact, the inspector was just here and he was explaining the story. This hotel has an abundance of parking. It has 3 levels of parking.
Yeah.
Each level can accommodate the whole hotel. You know, I mean, it's only got 70.
plus, you're gonna have neat spots for guests and
Exactly.
people to come.
Well,
to the
so I mean,
show.
so they overbuilt.
Because you had weddings in here before, so it must have the ample
Yeah,
parking.
because wait till you see the old place and try and find a parking spot.
Right. You can't find parking. Actually, what happened, the inspector who was here, and he's helping us, you know, trying to get everything tied up, he was explaining that this parking lot was built for another hotel in addition to this hotel. When they had put it up, they were planning to build a second or an extension to
Yeah,
it
yeah.
next door. That was never done. So they overbuilt the parking.
No.
Good planning.
It's like somebody knew that they
Perfect for us.
So always plan ahead.
So we have plenty of space. It's really, this is like the perfect situation. And the hotel has been, Sumir and the group have been just, you know, incredibly generous. I mean, I told them I needed that dressing room with a bathroom and a shower, and they didn't blink. And I got to pay for it. You know what I mean? And they were like, we get it. We get it.
It's an investment.
Exactly. Well, they
Oh,
see
yeah.
they see it as if, you know, if this is, we want, look, I've known most venues in the country. When we were doing the Underground Garage, we were doing shows all across the country. And to be honest, artists can be treated pretty unfairly, unfortunately. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you know, the dressing rooms are not clean. There's no shower. You know, things like that. And it's like we wanted a situation where people, you know, and you know, if you really want to, you know, you're a VIP artist, we'll just get you a room upstairs.
There you go. It's a hotel. It
Exactly.
give you a whole floor.
If you're if you're not
That's a really good point.
well,
they could just,
if a lot of the people that want to play Long Island are also playing Manhattan, so they just come out and go back.
Yeah, there you
'Cause,
go.
we're just an additional gig to what they're doing.
Get away from the big
Yeah.
city.
Let me trade with you.
Okay.
David Glicker, Eddie, the famous Eddie Sikorsky,
Yes, world famous.
and our very dear friend Rob, my jeweler.
world famous artist.
Oh,
What are you guys doing, an interview?
Yes.
just doing just like a documentary of both the new and the old My
Nice.
Father's Place.
Excellent, cheers.
So thanks. Looks wonderful so far.
Why don't you interview Epi for a few minutes, and I'll deal with you.
Switch.
gentlemen.
Oh, thank you. I see a picture of George Carlin on the wall. It's awesome.
Sit down, fascinating. All right, I'm gonna take.
We might have been together at the time.
What do you guys want from it?
Oh God, he did a great job of showing around. I just
He doesn't know Billy Joel.
Yeah,
I do. I'll tell you one of my favorite Billy Joel stories. I had a band called the Vet Tones. Billy had the Hassles.
Yeah.
We're all playing at my house, which was a teen club in an old Victani's. What is Victani's?
that's the gym,
Victani's was one of the first
like chain.
chain where they had a hot bath and a cold bath, and these things you put your ass on, and they had the little things you put on your. So we both had the
How's it go?
the same girls would see both bands because there's all the girls in that area, and the Trespa Clark girls and people from East Meadow, and so we shared the same girlfriends that we all got went skinny dipping in the pool. And that's all I'm going to talk about. What questions do you have for me? I think you should take over Jeff Schock's job.
Oh yeah, they
That's an archivist. That's a good idea.
Well, why not?
Jeff is a great guy.
Or do you
I
wanna
just
stay
had
in
many
Minneapolis?
conversations
Oh
with
no
him.
no.
It's a true.
What are you going to do, move to Minneapolis? What else can you do? This is the famous Peter Henneman. He's back.
Yeah.
But you don't know who he is. Peter broadcast all the WLAR concerts, including, well, Billy's, you were in high school. You weren't there for that.
We interviewed him in the basement in your office.
Peter was...
So was that the ultrasonic?
Yes.
Okay.
Peter was a vidiot, even though he was doing sound for Audio by Zimmer.
Idiot.
So my friend
that
Lauren
term.
came in. So I need someone that does video. I said, this guy Peter does. He's a vidiot. And so Lauren grabbed him, stole him, and started a company called Broadway Video.
Oh,
So that's Peter.
I know Broadway Video. They do Saturday Night Live and all the
So
other
Peter
shows.
I've worked on syndicating the first 5 years of the shows with them.
Oh,
I
really?
built a studio and then got to operate it. It was a great time.
I used to work on 26th Street, right across from their office over there.
Okay.
I did production work for this show that was recording right across the street from that. And, great company.
So I'm going to have to go in this meeting, but I wanted
Yeah.
to see if there's anything you want to ask me or how I can help you. I know I've been rude to you on the phone.
No, and
But I did want to tell
Don't worry
you that,
about that.
I think it's to your best, I think it would behoove you to talk to management about taking over Jeff's job. They don't have anyone to do that.
Sounds good.
Okay, also, at some point, if you ever want to talk to Dennis McNamara
Yeah.
about Billy, because I was sort of jealous. not those
I've heard those old
friends
interviews.
with Billy when we were kids, because we weren't friends.
Right.
Like, hi, Epi, hi, Billy. And it stayed like that. I left it like that because I was friends with everyone else in the band. So it's like, and that was, I don't know, for some reason. But I was open. Billy had the club. He could come there whenever he wanted. He could go play my piano whenever he wanted.
Did he do a bunch of performances there, or just a couple?
I'm
or?
going to be quite honest with you. He played there twice.
Okay, that's
That I know.
That's what I thought. And nothing
Twice
with the
that I know.
hassles or anything, because that would have
No, he
been
played
before.
the Billy Joel Band, 1972. After the the record wasn't even out yet. It was
Okay.
just coming out. Remember, there was an ad for Greetings from Cold Spring. Remember
Okay,
that?
yeah.
And he played and did okay. And that was it. Just a one time.
And they recorded the album at Ultrasonic,
Yes, they did.
and because we did a
We
video.
never did a live
of
radio
it.
broadcast for the Billy Joel group or band because soon after the record came out, as was promised, as I told you last night, program director, Ken Cole, played the shit out of the record. BAB had to play it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the New York station started playing it. The record wasn't well recorded. I don't know. I hear all sorts of different stories about what happened. Some of them to me are shocking, you know. And I don't believe that the speed was wrong.
Or the machine was recording it. Yeah.
I don't believe any of that. I'm listening to the record. I don't know if they changed it or not afterwards. But,
Yeah.
but Billy played one more time that I know of professionally.
And this is at my father's
Yeah,
place.
where
Okay.
we did it. He was announcing something, and so he invited people to come to my father's place at 9 o'clock in the morning, where it was on WLAR, and he announced one of the albums was being released.
Okay.
And he played a few songs. The place was packed at 9 in the morning. The only other times that Billy was at my father's place was he had a relationship with Earl Scruggs. Is that correct? Or,
I've heard that name. I'd have
am I
to look.
using the right family? I think it was Earl Scruggs' family. That for some reason in my mind, that's the name that sticks in. It was one of those cowboy bands
Okay.
that lived down south, and he stayed there and like was mentored by that artist. And I may be wrong on it. Might be one of the other ones, but Earl Scruggs is the one that, and he was with Flatt and Scruggs.
Okay.
Originally wrote the Beverly Hillbillies jingle, Hills that is, and his two sons. One of them is Randy Scruggs, who became very famous. And did he just die or something? I don't know. Anyway, so he was on stage playing my Baldwin A, 9 foot, with different acts. Another time he was on stage, there was a show at the Calderon Theater. And for some reason, he came back from the Calderon and got on stage with a band, but I don't remember what it was one of the bands from the Calderon. So, Billy's on the piano. You know, he liked my Baldwin A. It was a 9 foot. And people like, there was an artist named McCoy Tyner who's playing here, one of the greatest jazz pianists. And many times he asked, hey brother Epi, can I buy this piano? And I didn't understand why everyone loved the piano so much, because the piano had a big hole in it. In the soundboard, it had been welded. And the little I know about pianos, you don't, once a soundboard's broken, it's very hard to actually fix it. But this one was fine until they threw it in the garbage in 1988, along with my Hammond C3, which belonged to Felix Cavalieri, which I bought from him. I have horrible thoughts about Roswell. You know, believe me, it's not easy being back here after the way I was treated. So I'm turning the other cheek, kids.
Oh, there you go.
What else?
I
don't remember anything else. I mean,
That's well. He only
all
played
I
a couple
remember is
times.
Billy being in the dressing room after seeing shows, nights after nights. Hi, Billy. Hi, Happy, and that was it. So I don't even remember if we came to see. There are some pictures of him in the archives of him with bands posing, but he chose not to have his picture taken in the club.
Tell me the story
Oh,
again.
I got to tell you one more story.
Oh, okay.
This
Go
is an
ahead.
important story.
Okay, this is the important one.
On my 10th anniversary, and we have documentation in the office that Dan can take to, my publicist and marketing director, and the owner and the runner, the manager of the hotel. I mean, he's the general manager of the club. Dan Callaghan worked at Westbury Music Fair, which was one of the main places here on Long Island. Well, you can tell them about Westbury Music.
Great venue.
I know, you don't have to do it now. You're on camera.
Oh, cool.
You gotta turn the camera back and put yourself like that. For my 10th anniversary, kids, I wanted to do something special. So we did was, I want to blow my nose out. Don't go away.
All right. How did we get here, Eric?
Okay, take 2.
All right. Here we go. We'll edit that in post.
We'll do it over. What I wanted to do for my 10th anniversary was something special. I'd been friends with Harry Chapin, and he really was my friend. You know, And I won't say anything bad things about Harry, but I got good stories for the Harry Chapin fan club. But when Harry died, Billy took on Charity Begins at Home.
Is that okay?
It was Harry's.
Oh wow. 'Cause, yeah, we drove past the field where he was going to. He was going to have a concert, and he got in that car accident on the way.
I'm still sick about it. Really. Can't get over burning up in a rabbit, you know. So Billy took it on, which was wonderful. And I don't know what Billy's relationship was with Harry. I got to tell you, but I wanted to do something for the 10th anniversary. So Elton Spitzer, the owner of LAR, and Dennis McNamara, the program director of LAR, brought me over to Elizabeth and Billy Joel's house.
Okay.
And we sat and made a deal that I would give them 5% of the net for the entire year. Give it to Charity Begins at Home, which I did. And there's a picture in my office of me and George Carlin.
Yeah, I saw that.
And that
I'm a
was the
big fan.
night that George paid at his own expense
Yeah.
to fly in from LA and perform and give all the money to Charity Begins. The whole door, plus 5% of the food and liquor, went net of it, went to Billy's organization.
Oh, neat. So George donated to Billy's.
Yes.
Wow.
To show respect to me, you know, because he wasn't, you know, I don't know what his relationship was with Billy, but there were many artists that did donate, but none as big as Billy, as George Carlin.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, what else do you want to know? We're doing a live radio broadcast with Charlie Daniels' band. No, it was Corbett and Daniels. Jerry Corbett, I think his name was. These guys were top studio musicians in Narlands, and so they're doing. Charlie has his first record for Buddha, and he's like probably his third record. So we're playing the hell out of it on LAR. So to us in 1972. It was a pretty good radio broadcast. At 8 o'clock at night on a Tuesday night, we did broadcasts every week, and Dr. Pepper was our sponsor. People would come in blue jeans and T-shirts and sit down on the red carpet and drink a Diet Dr. Pepper or a Dr. Pepper. Compliments to the radio station. We did that from 71 to 73 when the concerts were moved to my father's place. And the reason the concerts were moved to my father's place was because Ultrasonic was just too busy recording. They couldn't shut down for a whole day because they'd have to leave it open. The band would come in and rehearse. It just would kill them. It was just too many. The star-making machinery was so keen by that time that they couldn't afford to keep the studio down at any price. We got $1,000 from Dr. Pepper, which was like 10 grand at that time. Plus the record companies would pay for a half-hour broadcast or an hour broadcast. So Charlie is doing a broadcast, and I get a phone call in the morning. Brother Rampy, if y'all want me to play my father's place this weekend, I can't do your broadcast tonight because I got me laryngitis. Something like that. It's only 40 years. And I said, okay, Charlie, I don't want to screw up my night at my father, 2 nights at my father's place. So I run to the station. The program director says, go ask Billy if he'll just do a half hour just so we have a concert. So I go in there. Billy really didn't want to be so happy. I'm busy. Leave me alone. I'm doing a record. So go ahead. Go through. We got too much work to do.
Yeah.
Can't stop. And so I was not successful in getting Billy to say, okay, Abby, whatever you want. Because I was just another asshole at a band when he was a kid. So I went to the program director, Ken Cole, and to the station manager, Elton Spitzer, who was the owner of the station. They came over and they humbly talked to Billy and said, look, we will play the shit out of this record, no matter what happens. So, you want to walk through? Go ahead.
Okay. Well, this is the part.
And at that point, Billy said yes. All right, so
Guaranteed airplay. Oh,
Yeah.
man, that's awesome.
because LAR had been on the air now since 1971, and it was our local radio station, even though it was a small radius of 30 miles and had a horrible signal, and you know, anywhere on the other side of Route 110 you couldn't hear it because of the hills. It was really a lousy radio signal. And if you look at bookmark or earmark, Dare to Be Different, Showtime, right now for 24 months. So you can, and that'll tell you the whole story. That'll tell you the whole story about WOA. And so you can walk through. Anyway, I don't remember what Billy did, and I don't even remember if I ever listened to it.
Oh, I'm going to track that down and send it to you.
But it was the MC of the show. Said, "Hi, I'm Epi from my father's place. Sorry, Charlie Daniels is not going to be here tonight.
With you? Yeah, come on through.
Charlie Daniels is not. It's okay. We'll be on television. You'll see us on the news. You'll see on the news. But tonight, this is exactly what I said. It's on the broadcast. So what I said was, tonight, Billy Joel's going to be here. He's from the Hassles, one of my favorite bands. The next time you see this guy play, it's going to be at the Nassau Coliseum. Of course, I was a little juiced up in my 21-year-old self. So basically, that's what happened. You know, It didn't take long to get there.
No, it didn't.
Even with that shitty record. Well, I liked it, but everyone else said it was horrible. But even with that record, that was it. Let's go back in there.
Okay.
Very cool. Do we have anything? I mean, is there anything else?
No, that sounded good.
Listen to Billy Joel.
These guys are the archivists for Billy Joel. So they really know Billy Joel.
Well, Billy Joel radio.
Well, no, but they're with Billy Joel. Not Billy Joel radio.
Not really.
These guys.
Well, it's for Pandora, so it's like a mixture of, let's say, you know, a CCR,
Give me 2 old straps, screw gun.
the good old days.
Yeah.
Too old for me. I'm much younger than that.
What channel?
I listen to alternative. What?
What news channel is going to be on?
Oh, it's going to be on YouTube.
Even better.
We're fans. We're going to be on MySpace.
They're the archivists. Go to Billy Joel's site, you'll see.
I answer diehard Billy Joel.
He's a good guy. He's
Well, when
a
you
good
guys
guy.
finish this restaurant, the piano's gonna be right over there. You're gonna take the Yamaha from the restaurant, leave it right there, and I promise you, Billy will be here playing it because that's what he does.
Well, he also
Not gonna.